Well, we're back in action, ladies and gentlemen. And we're running ladies' heats right now, I believe. Had a few more little technical things to look after. And we're back in shape now. We're moving to I and J stock. That's the last of the ladies' heats, so there's A and B side of activity there. I don't think there's any finals. I and J is the smallest class, but also where we have a little cash this time, just to help the boys. Here comes Ernie on his charger. He doesn't look to be moving much faster than he was before, so we'll see how he performs. So we're up to heat 105. We're probably going to run just about 300 heats today, so we've got quite a little ways to go. I and J stock. We got a little bit of extra help down at the finish line. We were one body short down there, and the guys struggled through the first half, so we've hopefully got that tuned up for them. You see the guys on the far side on the practice track. These sleds tend to cool down between heats. Here's a special treat. Here's a Diablo Rouge in lane 1. It's a two-piece snowmobile. Twin tracks on the front, and you sit on a little caboose with skis on it, and away you go. A true classic, but he's going to beat that old Skidoo. Maybe. So I and J stock, and you can probably hear the loud pipes coming. The 440 liquid mod sleds are coming again, just to wake up the nation. And that's what we're up to. This is 440 liquid mod. This is one of the biggest classes. We get lots of Yamaha SRXs here. There's an Arctic Cat there, 522. I'll start looking up some of these names and numbers again. Cam Livingston got a good jump there. I don't mean that in a bad way. So John Rudy won that heat. Looks like the Diablo beat the Skidoo. But that's ancient runners. Their sleds were not very fast, but boy, they were fun. Well, there's Kevin Livingston in lane 2 coming up on 996. Tim Rudy's down there in lane 4. One of the Reeds, Cole Reed possibly, in lane 3 on an SRX. Another SRX in lane 1. So 3 Yamahas and one poor old Polaris. That's a free air Polaris. That's not a liquid. So if he wins, that would be a big upset. That's the way she goes. .440 liquid mod. A couple of nice Skidoos here. Wesley Perludhoff down there on 456. That's a Blizzard. I think that's one of the very few stock AA sleds. Mostly A sleds jump up to AA. Kevin Livingston won that. He's got the tag. Heat 110. Should be good. Here comes Curtis Boxall. 268. His sled's running strong today. Gary Gibson. Gary Gibson hauls grain and other effects with his big truck around the Earl Grey district. He actually lives a mile from where I was born and raised, so. And he happens to be my nephew. Got lots of sleds up here. He always supports us well. .440 liquid mod.
Update. Heat 136. Sled number 20.
Sorry, what heat was that?
Heat 136. Sled 7 is scratched.
Now we're moving to stock D. Here's all your trail twisters and TX 340s. We got some new racers out this year, quite a few new racers. My phone's been ringing and trying to give the guy advice and make sure they got the safety equipment on. There we go. I think the trail twister in lane 3 is one of the Watt boys from Christopher Lake. Father Rusty and Mother Colleen both work at the Polytechnic, the Technical Institute in Prince Albert. Stock D competition. There's Trevor LeQuay in lane 2. Trevor's a journeyman machinist. Probably Chris Sutherland down there in lane 3 on sled 53, the snow twister. And a Yamaha of unidentified ownership, and not sure who that is. A lot of sleds in stock D. We're far from the finals here. There's Kelly Hunter over there in lane 3. She's teaching in Regina at St. Mary's. I talked to her at intermission time. Kendra Gibson in lane 4. That's Gary's daughter from Earl Grey. She's a recent newlywed. She was a Gibson. Sorry about that. She's now a Benoit. Married Ben. On a rainy day. Looks like a pretty close heat. So at this point, this is our second go around, and it's different from the first bunch of races in that if you're not first or second now, it's game over.
Update. Race 181. Sled 522 is scratched.
Moving on to heat 115. So I just want everybody to be aware that we do have another vintage race event tomorrow, 3 miles south of Cadet, and that's the Vintage Ice Oval Race. Sponsored by Svara, that's the Sask Vintage Oval Racers Alliance. They have a 4-race series in the province, and this is number 3. It's about a 3/8 or mile ice oval. They got plowed out in the slough there. And Keith and Kyle and Boxall, Curtis Boxall and Bryce Olson are the drivers and shakers in that. And that's an exciting, different sort of racing. Takes quite a bit more to make the sled go around on ice reliably. I'll be down there doing the tech inspections. That's what I offer to those guys. And then we'll be racing as well. So if you got the time, you want to come and see something totally different, come on down. They'll probably be racing around noon. And a very similar situation, $10 entry fee and concession on the grounds, also supplied by the Trailblazers Club, so it's all good. Derek Everly's over there in lane 3 on the orange coat. Looks like Dwight Hiroko won that last heat on Our friend Rick Antonio's in lane 2.
Keep 118 on the line.
And we're to 118, obviously. Rick is number 10. Perry Frisky's down there in lane 4, I think. Now we're at Relic 340 Mod. This is your 1973 and earlier stuff. A couple nice Arctic Cats here. I think that's where we're at. That should be heat 119. 2 guys in this class heat, so they both advanced to probably the A final. Or it could be the A final. I bet you maybe it is the A final. And I think the Arctic Cat won. Now we have the B final. Heat 120. That's Wyatt LeQuay. He got towed in with the old 2-eyed TX earlier. But it seems to be running again. It's not the prettiest sled, no doubt about that. That's not Wyatt running it either. That must be his cousin. And Blaine Cooper way down there in lane 3 on number 0. That's the old 1971 TNT 340. Big old one-lunger. Not a bad race. So we've got 28 different classes, and for those of you that were lucky enough to get a brochure of the races, it should tell you who they are. Murray Dunn GM's pulled in a couple of nice trucks for you to look at, and I encourage you to drop in and talk turkey to those guys. They'll probably sell you a new truck. Scott Zarco's over there in lane 4. I think that's Scott. Nope, no, I'm not sure. And Arlie's starting his tow sled. So we'll have a delay in the action here and pull a sled in. There's always a dead sled somewhere. Some of the mods use, and just to keep them running safe, and we're going to raffle that off. And again, it all goes into the trail system, keeps the Northeast Sask going. Well, this appears to be open mod heats coming now. I got a little behind. This is open mod. This is where anything goes, as long as it's vintage. We like the racer to keep a vintage appearance to his sled and use vintage components. Well, it looks like Wyatt's getting towed in again. Heat 123. Open mod. We got 707. That I think is one of the Reed boys from Warman. I'll check on 747 for you if I can get the sheet out. That's Gary Gibson with his junkyard dog down there. Dave Yankee from Craven on sled 747, running strong. Now we're to stock B. Stock B is where all the stock siege sleds jump. And we've got an assortment of Polarises. Probably Perry Frisky in lane 1 with the nice sort of modified Polaris. Oh, don't be bitchy. Stock B heats. Looks like John Rudy down there in lane 3. Heat 126 is on the line. Andrew Rozeski from Marshall, Saskatchewan's in lane 1. Now Andrew called me yesterday. He said we're not going to come. The roads are terrible glare ice. And then about 10 o'clock I got another text. He said, we're on the road. So they drove all night to get here, got in about 2:30, checked into their hotel, and here they are racing. 2 couples, 2 kids, 2 sleds. And Andrew is going to see what he can do. Got a good jump on the front end of it. And I can't quite read the numbers. I do apologize. I can't read the numbers on some of the sleds, and everybody's wearing helmets and goggles and you can't recognize them. I know it's Danny Sherrar in lane 2, sled 403. One of Perry Frisky's sleds in lane 3. That's probably a Suzuki under Arctic Cat clothing. See, Keith Boxall broke his way out of the pre-stage and he's standing around here watching the start line now. Make sure they're not jumping by too much. Still running stock B heats. We'll be a long time from finishing this class. Danny won his heat. Relic 1 long mod sleds. Now this is, you're allowed to tinker with the engines in this class, and again, there are a lot of them are the stalkers that jump into the mods. It costs $5, you get 2 heats at least. It's well worth it. This is Terry Bonner coming up with his number 9 Arctic Cat. Nice old Puma. Probably could be Scott Monteith over there in lane 2 on the Skidoo TNT. And they're lining them up. Kevin's giving them the point and the nod.
on the line.
So we're up to heat 130. Moving to 340 liquid mod.
Now it's 30 feet on the line. Oh, is that right? We missed what you said the last one there. 30 is DQ. Well, heat 130 is on the start line right now. Was a jump.
Looks like we had a little jump on the line there.
Lane 1 was a jump? Yes, went 268.
Got a truck blocking my trailer in over here. I can't get hooked up. Would you? I guess nobody would be able to hear you outside. Eh?
Well, what's the license plate number?
Okay, I'll just go and get it.
Okay, we got a truck blocking a guy here down by the start line. He's Hi, Jan. Hi.
Hi. doing commentary?
Yes, I am. So we got a black Ford truck, or a black Dodge truck blocking a trailer down by the start line. It's got looks like a Yamaha sled in the back. That fella would like to hook onto his trailer and go home. So if you hear me out there somewhere, please move your truck. Okay, I'll announce it. Thank you.
Okay, yep.
License plate S2S1VIBI or something like that. If you don't mind, please move your truck or help this guy get out of here. He's got to get home. So we're still in 340 liquid mod heats here.
Heat 148. Sled 214 is scratched.
Falling like flies.
Heat 148. Sled 214 is number 148. Sled 214 is scratched. Lane 1, sled 214 is scratched.
So moving on to H stock. This could be the A side final. Two sleds running by the looks of it, or three. Yes, this will be H stock. It's for all the money this time, 60 bucks for the winner and 40 bucks for the second. So again, if you're driving a Dodge truck with a snowmobile in the back, a Yamaha sled, you wonder if you could just help the guy out and come and move your truck. He would like to hook onto his trailer and get on home. H stock heat again. Looks like, again, Scott Monteith down there in lane 3 on an ET 250. ET's pretty hard to beat. Matt Hess won his heat. Greg Herr is coming down here for another H class. This will be, I thought these would be finals, but these could be semifinals. You throw a little money into the heat and the guys come out of the woodwork with the old sleds. It's like the economy was depressed or something, but Greg hasn't raced this rup in 15 years. Looks like he's doing pretty good.